Righto, I believe we're here, and topsy-turvy day. I have put a lot in today. This is the most I've had on the line ever in my trades. I think I've got, I might have about 20 or 30 grand in there at the moment on trades that I'm looking at. I'm at a similar place to where I started the day. I'm slightly ahead, which means I'm down like 10 grand. Not ideal. But the positions, again, for a swing point of view, I'm still pretty okay with. I've had, like, the ones that I've exited today and taken profits on have been managed beautifully. And the levels I've been watching, some of them have gone through, but I've been scaling into the trades, so piece by piece by piece. And my bottom level, which is about, where are you guys saying the cues here? Let me make that a bit bigger. My bottom level, which is about where it got to, so it would have been great to wait for this. So I think my first entrance was around here. I thought we were going to get, was it? Yeah. For the cues, first entrance over here, I thought it was going to hold before 30. Keep going. It didn't. Reject, down. I've got one entrance there. I had another one down here somewhere, and I believe I did one more as it touched that 20. And you see, you get a really the end of the week. And I believe that by the end of the week, we will have recaptured that. Now, I might be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to lose quite a large portion of money, which is going to suck. Look at this spy. It's fucking bouncing too. It didn't quite get to the 20, so I thought, maybe it's going to keep going down. But again, I've got, how much did I put into SPY options today? I'm going to lose about, so the calls that I just dated them wrong. That's all. I just got the dates wrong. On Q calls, if I had done them for the end of the week, they'd probably be a shot. But yeah, so that's about 3,700 gone after today. I don't believe I've made that much cashing in wins. It would be close. So I'm probably down slightly, but not an enormous amount. It's like, on paper, I'm down huge, but none of it's realized. Because, yeah, the dates are pushed back. So I don't really care too much when I'm down on paper if it's still in line with my larger thesis. And you can see that this bounce, beautiful. I really, really wanted this to come down here. Because I'd made the decision. I said, I do not give a fuck. If NVIDIA comes down to this 710 again, I am putting the biggest trade on that I've ever put on. And I'm bullish on this motherfucker. Because I was just like, bro, this is just such a load of shit. Look at this run into the end of the day. Fucking back to 427 already. And this is the thing, right? So if that holds and this holds true, all this has been is just a flush out of shorts. Flush out of longs. Weak longs, right, that are playing short levels. It's just like, flush these motherfuckers out. Really healthy for the market. Microsoft trade, I got this one on. Finally, back at this level. Bang, look at this. Tap, 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 right on that 20. Boom. What are we up on that? I'm down on so I've got two Microsofts on, one from yesterday, one from today. And overall, I'm down about $400, 500 between the two of those. So, yeah, not the best in the world, but not horrible. The most recent set of Qs I've got on, I'm up, but like I said, I'm down on. That's a really big position. That's one of the biggest positions I've had. So I've got nearly 5 grand in that. It's 18 contracts on the Qs, and I'm up by about 300 at the moment. They're 28 calls. But here's the thing, right? If I am correct, and if these Qs continue to rally, and this has been a flush out, And all it's been is like a confirmation of your 4 hour sort of, it's fucking impressive drop though. It is an impressive dip. But it's similar to this one. Right? It's just you probably would have liked a little more consolidation there. Even still, this is a massive run. 416 up to 438. You've got to check back from 38, 39 down to 26. It is a big check back, but it is still very much a part of an overall uptrend. It's just a higher low. And if this comes back by the end of the week and we're up there, the trades I have put on today are going to pay off very fucking handsomely. The reason I'm holding them is because they still fit my thesis of longer term run. And the major levels, I could have got better levels, yes. But because I've averaged in, I'm completely fine with how it's all played out. And because my potential downside was about 3 or 4 points there, my upside I'm looking at 6 to 7. And so I'm looking at sort of 3 to 1 there if it plays out the way that I want. But I still do my thing where I take my 20%, take my 50, and it could turn into something really, really impressive if this has just been a normal flush out. Which again, you look here, 412, flush down to 394. Like they're massive washes. This just happened really quickly, so I'm expecting a quicker bounce back up. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it all goes to shit and keeps it running down, which it may well could. But I mean, I'm not really going to be worried anyway about the trend of the market changing until you get a lower low beneath this 416. Because that's the previous major low, right? Until then, it's still just fucking trending up. It hasn't broken this 20 MA, which is really important. So I'm pretty okay with what I've got. Yes, the levels of entry could have been better today. Really happy with how I've taken profits on IWM on this short. This is so good. I'm pretty sure I got in yesterday. Up around here, I'm like, yeah, baby, add to that position. I'm sort of like, I'd love to get in more, but 205 was my next level, and it got 205 in the after hours. I was hoping I'd get a shot at it today. I didn't. But this epic dump here was good, so that was a good little win. I've done well on my shorts on JP Morgan. Again, I was floating in shorts around this 176. Not a massive position. I was just waiting until it got a little bit higher, but pulled my 20% out of that today. I've pulled my 20% out of the KRE position, which I added to yesterday. So some really, really good puts there. I think that's a free trade now. I know the IWM's a free trade for me. So I'm at a point where I'm just going to sort of let the contracts that I've got run. Because if that keeps tearing down to my longer term price target on that, you're sort of looking down at the 160s when shit starts to really hit the fan. That's the first level 187, but because I've just got the one contract in, I'm sort of just here to let it run. But that 160 would be my bigger target. So just having that one free one in there run, and if it gets down there, that's where you sort of make 5-6 grand on your single contract, and it's free. Like there is no downside to that contract. Which is really good. Yeah, look at this bounce here. So we're getting the SPY really jumping back up, which is great to see. Completely fitting in with the thesis. Qs are jumping back up. I might be up on 2 of those now. I just got to log back into the account. It's a bit annoying how it logs you out all the time. I don't know if you guys get that far out. Fucking interactive brokers. Logs me out every 20 seconds. No, it's like 15 minutes. There's probably something you can do to change that, but I have not. So, yeah, look, pretty dodgy on paper, like pretty not good on paper, if you're looking at it right now. But given that it's still fitting my larger theme, and I'm sort of experimenting something this week by not cutting the losses and re-entering. I'm just being like, okay, cool. It knocks when I cut the losses, I actually think mentally for me, I don't know whether it's the best thing in the world because it makes me a bit shaky on the overall thesis. And there were a few times last week where I cut losses and they would have ended positive had I just hung on. And they would have ended well positive, which, like I said, would have taken my win rate from 70 to about 90 and added an extra 5-6 grand to my wins last week. So I'm just seeing how that goes this week. I just want to see if that ends up working better for me. If I end up with better ratios, I end up with better stats, and if I end up with more winnings. If it doesn't work, then I won't keep doing it. But I'm still learning, still very much just testing things out here, seeing how they go. And yeah, quite pleased with the back end of this day. I thought I would fucking do this today, where you get this flush and then the last half hour or something, boom, catch our springboard. We're going back up because we don't give a fuck. Straight off that 20, look at that. Oh, it's breathtaking stuff. Guys, I hope you enjoy this shit as much as I do. I fucking love this stuff. This is so cool. I really would have liked another bite at that NVIDIA. I'm happy I got that Microsoft one on. I think both my Microsofts will be winners by the end of the week. I think my long Qs, long spies, I think they're all going to be. I've got spy calls at 496. I've got a set for tomorrow at 501. I might get out of that trade, even or positive. I'm not sure that I'll get out of that one. But if I can get out even, it was only a small entry. The biggest spy ones at 496, that's a pretty large position. Like that's getting up 4.5 grand. So if I can win the spies and the Qs this week, the big positions that I've got, and all the NVIDIA stuff rockets up, Microsoft goes well, it's going to be a very nice week. It's going to be a very, very nice week. And on paper at the moment, it looks atrocious. Oh, we're going to do a fucking tail there. See, now, problem for me would be if this curls over, comes under here, forms a new higher low under this level, under the 20 MA and continues down, I'd probably get out of my positions. I'd be like, okay, cool. Thesis has failed. Long term's fucked. See you later. We might be on for some downside. That's where I'd probably cut. For the rest, to me, this just looks like short-term sort of correction stuff. And I'm still expecting the market to go higher for the time being, which is, of course, complete insanity. But like I said, it's doing what it's doing. I'm not here to try and be right. I don't really give a shit. I think the market should crash. And if it does, I'm not going to be disappointed. Ooh. Ooh, this is an opportunity. I don't know that I really want to touch this, though. I'm not as confident on this one. This is a fucking massive drop today. I have a little 21% drop. And it's rocketed the last day or so. And I'm pretty nervous to jump in and give that a crack because I think that might just be burning money. But that was a level, like that 117 was definitely a level to look at today. I just, hold on, what's Jim Cramer said? Jim Cramer said it's overvalued. That might be a bullish sign. I'm just not 100% sold on this one, so I don't really want to trade it. But that's one to look at. If you guys are looking at that's hit a pretty key level there today. Yesterday's highs. It's broken through the day preview. You can see there was a little bit of resistance, turn that into support. So I don't know, man. I'm probably not going to touch that one. I'm pretty happy with the positions I've got, and hopefully this shit just keeps charging higher. We get the Qs back up to the fucking highs for 40 this week would be outstanding. NVIDIA back to 710, so I can get another entry. I would love. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Enjoy your day. Make it green. And I don't know if following my averaging in strategy is a good idea. You got to sort of just work out what works for you. I'm pretty calm about being down. Man, pretty big swings today. When it opened, I was down about 11, 12 grand. And then I got back up and I was positive like 3 grand. And now I'm down I was down about 12 when I started this. I'm down about 9 now. It's like it is swingy. If that sort of does your head in, then the way that I'm doing this is a bad idea, and you should have short stops. You should have your stops, get out. If it doesn't really do your head in, you can probably play around with it a bit, the way that I am. But yeah, just, I don't know. You got to find what works with you. So experiment with it. Do it on free shit first. Don't risk anything that you're not happy to lose. And yeah, go be green. Catch you, lads. Bye.